And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Michael Warbux Show, where we talk pop culture news and other things that got my attention. Today is What the Friday, and if you don't know what the Friday is, it's where we talk about a bunch of crazy stories that happen throughout the week. And I just wanted to let you know today is the 200th news video that I have put up on this channel. Pretty amazing, and I'm only a couple away from my 300th video, so somebody remind me on that. Also, have you ever had that dream of driving behind an armored truck and then next thing you know the back door flies open and money flies everywhere? Yeah, well, that happened not too far from me. That would be pretty amazing. Make sure you go check that story out. So let's get on with the show! Our first story, let's talk about a couple teens in Alabama. They thought it would be rather funny if they walked into a Walmart, went back to the sporting goods area, took two deer urine bombs, put them in clothing, and set them off. Now, since these two idiots did that, they caused about $11,000 in damage, and they are both charged with theft and criminal mischief, and bond for them is set at $13,000 each. Great job. Is this all you have anything better to do now? Let's talk about this story, guys. As much as you know that I am just a pure hater of PETA, because some of the things that they say are just absolutely ridiculous, I believe they finally got one right. They have brought up a case against Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus for animal abuse. And now Ringling Brothers is facing a $270,000 fine. Now, when you go to this link, I do want to warn you, there is a video. It can be rather disturbing if you are a huge lover of animals. But you see some of the, I guess, the ringmasters just beating on these elephants with bull hooks and pulling them by like their lip and things like that. And it's just really disturbing. So congrats to you, PETA. I'm proud of you on this one. You know, for all the dumb shit that you come up with, it's things like this that I can truly support you on. Our next story, let's talk about France. There's this horrible story that this father put his 3-year-old son in a washing machine. Now, the reason the father did this is because the 3-year-old flushed some drawlings or something down the toilet, and this was his punishment. So the dad puts the kid in the washer, puts it on cold, and later the kid dies. Now, whenever the mother found the son, she hurried up, took him out, ran him over to the neighbors, and she said, "Oh, I think he fell down the steps." And then later on, the 5-year-old sister told the neighbors the truth. Now, the father is being charged with murder, and I guess the mother is being charged as well. It doesn't go into detail on why she is, but my only guess is she probably saw what was happening and didn't do anything about it. Moving on, let's talk about probably this week's dumbest robber ever. There was this lady that robbed a Burger King, and then a couple weeks later, she called back to Burger King to be like, "Yo, are the police on my trail or not? Are you serious? Why in the hell would you call back the place that you just robbed?" Needless to say, she was caught, and you get the Worst Robber of the Week award. Our next story, I kind of want your opinion on. I want to know if you think this is police brutality or if it is just a policeman doing his job. Alright, let's talk about this 5-year-old. He suffers from ADHD, and I guess at school he was causing a lot of problems, and his parents were saying that, you know what, it's probably because we have just gotten divorced, but the school was like, you know what, we still haven't seen any improvement. So the school took matters in their own hands, had a policeman come into the school, approach this kid and try to scare him straight. So as the policeman went to grab the kid, the 5-year-old pushed him away, threw papers on the ground, kicked the officer in the shin, and then the policeman zip-tied this kid's hands and feet, put him in the squad car, and then took him to the nearest psychiatric hospital. Now, the kid was later released when the parents came and picked him up, but then I guess it was a couple weeks later that the parents were informed that this kid was actually zip-tied up. Now, I can understand that the kid may have been out of control, and just like a normal adult, a cop would try to constrain somebody by zip tying them up. But my thought on this is, to the officer, if you have kids, whenever your child is just wilding out, do you zip tie them up or do you constrain them properly? So let me know your thoughts on this. Do you feel that it was abuse, or do you feel the cop was in the right? Personally, me, I don't think he should have zip tied the kid up at all. Why couldn't he just hold him by the back of his shirt and escort him out? But let me know your thoughts. And moving on to our final two stories. Oh, Florida. Our second to the last story has to deal with a man that was probably in the holiday spirit. He got angry at his mom and just smashed her over the head with a bottle of eggnog. He told officers, "I blacked out. I didn't know what happened." But the mother states that he also threatened her by hitting her with a stun gun and saying that he would kill her if he turned her into police. Oh, Florida. And our last story, there was this 45-year-old father that got into an argument with his 18-year-old son. One thing led to another, and then these two started actually fighting, throwing punches and stuff like that. So a little while longer, the police come up, and the dad said, "You know what? I shouldn't even be arrested. This is what rednecks do." Really? Is that really what rednecks do? And I guess this all stemmed because the father was intoxicated and he was shooting his handgun at his son's lawnmower. My God, this story just keeps getting better. Let me just finish this up with, oh, Florida. Your state never ceases to amaze me. Alright guys, that's going to be today's show. If you want to check out all the funny stories today, go ahead and check out all the links in the description below. And for more pop culture news, don't forget to hit that subscribe and pin me in your top 5. I guess that's what we're supposed to say now. And please rate, comment, favorite, and share this video. And my name is Michael Warbux, and these were the stories that got my attention. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you back here on Tuesday.